watch your YouTube videos, man.
Yeah.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, a lot. Here's your fan right there, your biggest fan.
All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome back to another edition of Miami Cycling. Today we have the final race of the Miami Prix series. We are once again in Aweco. It's a 4-corner course. Today there wasn't really that much wind, but it was super hot. I think my Garmin said that it was over 100 degrees at the start line with the heat beating off the blacktop. I just want to take a moment to thank the kid at the beginning of my video and his dad for saying that they watch my videos and they love my videos. That really, really makes me feel good. I enjoy doing this, and I'm glad other people are getting enjoyment out of it. Everybody who's taken the time to subscribe to the channel, it really helps. I really appreciate everybody's support. Just thanks again from the bottom of my heart. I just want to throw a quick plug to the kid behind me at the beginning of the intro. If you're interested in coaching, you seem like you're a pretty young guy, check out Top Step Cycling. They have a really good juniors program. Those kids are getting really good really fast. Steve does a great job at teaching these kids how to actually race, not just how to get faster. He cares about them and makes sure that they're doing the right things and getting to the races, putting the Instagram here in the video. So if you're thinking about coaching, I recommend for the younger guys maybe taking a look at Steve. He's really been good to myself and Aaron, and he puts on a good Twilight series, and it's really good talking to him after the races and before the races. He's a really good dude. And we're just rolling through right here. Like usual, I'm gonna chop this race up a little bit and shorten it down. I don't think anybody wants to sit here and watch a 50-minute loop-de-loop of me sitting in the back suffering after doing an ill-advised attack or chasing down a break, which is what I was doing most of the day today. I was racing with Santi and Johnny today. Jake was training for Unbound. Lang said he was racing, and then he decided he wasn't racing, and Matt had something else going on. So it was just the three of us, and it was really tough with the way the race went today because of all the little attacks and little groups going up the road to cover everything with just the three of us. It would have been nice to have more riders, but it is what it is. We still fought hard out there today, and we still did what we could out there, and I had a good time with the boys. And I always enjoy racing with Johnny. Skipping ahead here. I think what's coming up right here is a little attack, and I happen to be in the front, so I just follow this attack. Cover it, go up the road with these guys. I think Peloton ends up reacting to it pretty quick, as you can see here in the rear view camera. Guys are starting to come across. Obviously, they feared me. They thought I was a danger of breaking this race apart, and I'm just kidding. It's probably these other guys they were worried about. But it was a lot of this today. It was basically a lot of sitting there, nothing happening, and then a big movement, a big reaction. So if you were to look at my power curve after the race, it was like through the roof or nothing at all, through the roof or nothing at all. That's just basically how the race went. With it being so hot out there, it got pretty brutal. I almost think I'd rather have raced in the rain again as opposed to the race today. I don't think my body's fully acclimated to summertime in Miami. We've had nice weather this year, and it hasn't been too bad. This is kind of the way it is. We're skipping ahead again. I see Santi jump up the road, and I was like, all right, no one's reacting to this. So I put in a big dig to try and get on my teammate's wheel here and see if maybe we can work together in the breakaway a little bit. It was it was fun to get out there with Santi a little bit, but as you can see, it's only 8.2 kilometers into this race, and we had 35 to go. And I was kind of checking over my shoulder to see if people were following or see if this move was going to work. And I kind of got the feeling in the back of my head that maybe this wasn't the right time to fully commit and just dump it all out. So I decided I'm going to go back to the Peloton here. I help pull them out a little bit and then duck back in. But I didn't see myself lasting another, I don't know, maybe half hour to 35 minutes off the front like this and charging how fast the Peloton was moving. So that's kind of how this moved out. But proud of Santi. He's starting to do things that he wasn't doing before. He used to just sit in the back of the race, so now he's doing a pretty good job of just being involved in the race, and that's good. I'm proud of his development so far. I know he's been training, so that's good shit from him. And just checking in here at mid race. I think BJ wanted to get some camera time. He's the gentleman behind me in the rear view camera. I'm going to let the sound play, but he makes reference to what I call my dog Wout Van Bark when he's bad. I call him Remco. Isn't the little bastard, as Geraint Thomas refers to him as. So enjoy the audio. So we're showing this part of the race right here because we're ending up in a little bit of a sticky situation. Like we're almost dropped right here. We're going 32 miles an hour and the Peloton's pulling away. And look at this. I'm hitting over 600 watts to desperately try and pull Johnny back, because if we get dropped here, this game plan is totally shot for us because Johnny's supposed to sprint at the end. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit nervous right here. After this moment, we're going to skip ahead to where I go in and try and help the Estrella race team chase down a breakaway. They were doing a lot of solid work on the front, so props to you guys. I'm buddies with these guys, and I train with Sergio, their leader. We both have the same coach at Inside Edge Performance, so I think we're all part of the same family, even though we race for different teams. And our objective here for both teams was to finish this race in a sprint. And makes no sense not to work together to try and get that outcome and then just let the best sprinter win at that point. So working for Johnny today, obviously, again, to try and get him on a sprint podium. And maybe I was a little bit too much because I'm creating a gap here, but I don't know. Maybe I was just a little overamped. Probably wanted to not caught this gap, but this guy behind us is doing a good job trying to pull these guys through too. All right, so here's where we kind of did the wrong thing as a team today. Santi goes up the road in a three-man breakaway and does a really, really good job, like a lap or two ago, of creating separation with the kid from Top Step Cycling. Honestly, they had a good chance of being away, and I just sat in the back thinking, like, okay, well, I guess today's going to be a field sprint for Johnny to try and get top 5. Well, we get around again, and Santi's pulled himself out of the race. So he does all this work to help this breakaway get away, and then he's out of the race. So now I'm in full-blown panic mode. I've got to get up to the front, and I've just got to do – we're at less than 2 laps to go right here, and I am just going as hard as I can on the front to try and bring this field back to as close as these guys are – close as I can to these guys. So – they don't win in the breakaway, and this still ends up in a sprint. So that's it. I basically blew myself to pieces here, and then that was the end of my day. After we got into the bell lap, I pulled off, and I kind of cruised home because this is all I had left in the tank right here. This was it, just to try and pull these guys back. I did make some good ground, and they did end up getting caught. So as far as I'm concerned, I raced pretty well. I did all I could for the team and help out where I could, and did the job I was supposed to do. We're going to jump over into Johnny's camera so you can see what the sprint looks like. I think as far as a strong sprint, this is probably Johnny's strongest sprint. He actually broke 1,000 watts for once, so that's good for him. But you can see, like, I don't know anybody that we race with that can win a sprint from 20 wheels back. It's just very poor positioning. You know, you want to be around that last turn in the top 5 wheels, top 8 wheels at worst. And he's just got way too much ground to cover, and he's going, and you can see now, boom, he's fading. You know, you can't sustain 1,000 watts for that long, but you win some, you lose some. Next, we're going to go check out my coach, Sebas. He is the man. He's Inside Edge Performance. Check him out on Instagram. He's got me a lot stronger, and a lot of my buddies a lot stronger. Finished second in today's race, but he also ended up taking number 1 overall in the GC for his team American Cycling, which features also Michael Hernandez, the U.S. Amateur National Champion for Criteriums. So great job, Coach. Really proud of you. I know when you do well, it motivates the rest of us to do well. Thanks for making us all better and inspiring us all to be better. With that, that's the end of the video. State championships up this weekend.